Assalamu alaikum guys, I hope you are well. So this week the date is the 19th of August, and I think it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, thousands of people across the UK would have received their A-level results. So I know you got to start a new chapter of your life. Maybe you might be nervous and anxious. I remember so well the day I received my A-level results. Yeah, a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. And something I wanted to talk about, and it's an issue I have a lot of passion for, and it's about preparing yourself for life after university. I saw that there was a 4% decrease in the number of applicants for university this year, which I'm not surprised about, because a lot of people have learned over the years that university does not guarantee you a job. It absolutely doesn't. And I'm so sorry if I sound very pessimistic, but I'm going to be very real with you guys. Like, I'm going to be realer than real. In the economic climate that we're living in now, unless you're doing a vocational degree, what I mean by vocational degree is something that will directly, after you've thrown your graduation hat and you've passed all your exams, that will direct you to a job. So for example, something like medicine, after that you become a doctor, dentistry, you become a dentist, pharmacy, you become a pharmacist after you've done your pre-reg year, teaching, nursing, you know what I mean? I think you guys get what I mean. With all other degrees, like, the world is your oyster. You can do so many things with that degree, which is why you need to make a conscious effort during that period that you're at university to prepare yourself for the real world after you graduate, which is something that I really wish I had done more of, and it's something I kind of want to advise you guys on, because I've observed a lot of young people and they kind of see university as that destination. They made it and go to uni, like, it's all good. Like, yeah, but when you finish uni, it's hard, and the university won't tell you that, because their agenda, of course they want to see a good employment rate for their graduates, but their first priority is just to make sure you lot, like, pass your exams. And for example, there might be career services in your university, but they're a lot of the time not mandatory. I never went to my career service. I called them up when I graduated. That might just be me, but I know it's actually not just me, and I know there are many people, and this is kind of who I'm speaking to, and I'm really trying to stop people from making similar mistakes that I made and people I know made. So the first thing I have on my list that I've written is prepare yourself and do work experience, and make sure you've done your research whilst at university. Of course, like, you're at university, your priority is to get the grades you need to get. Whilst you're getting your grades, make sure you are doing your research and you're actually considering, what industry do I want to enter? What things do I want to do? What do I need to do in order to get that dream job I want to when I graduate? Or to get my foot into the industry I want to get into? The last thing you want to do is finish your exams, graduate, and be like, okay, now I'm gonna get started. Like, it's 2017, like, we need to start earlier. We need to start these things. This process needs to be started much earlier. So when you're at university, over the weekends, you know, during your summer holidays, because you have like up to 3-4 months holiday when at university. I'm not saying not chill out. I'm not saying not have fun with your friends during that period. But what I am saying is make a conscious effort to get in that work experience. If you're unable to get work experience during the academic year because you just have so much going on, use the summer, use the Christmas holidays you get, use the Easter break you get, whatever holiday you get, do research and try get work experience placements. If, for example, you don't see any, you know, work experience opportunities online, call the company you're interested in or the charity or organisation you're interested in, give them a call and say, you know what, my name is so-and-so, and can I just shadow one of your staff members for a week? Or can I please, do you have any work experience opportunities? Like, I'm happy to work for free, like, or can I come in once a week, or can I do something? Because that's something you can put in your CV, and that will help distinguish you as a candidate, because it's, as I said, it's great to have good grades, and that is probably one of the most important things, but it's also important to have work experience. People need proof that you have been proactive, that you have worked in certain environments, that you have industry experience of some kind. So don't make it just a priority to get the grades. So the second thing I have on my list is to try and make contacts whilst you're at university. Unfortunately, we live in a in a world now that it's not so much about what you know or what your potential is necessarily, it's rather about who you know. If you know the right people, you know, they can help give you a lift and help direct you in the right direction. And so try to make those contacts. Go to events. For example, if your university is hosting an event of some kind and there's a speaker, make a conscious effort to speak to him at the end. Being like, oh, hi, can I have a chat with you? Or if you see there's loads of this, you know, we have so much information. Like, the internet is amazing. If you're interested on an event, you're interested in attending an event on engineering, I can't imagine it's that difficult to find something that's in your local area. So make sure you take those active steps, you meet the right people, you get advice from them. It's not always about getting something from them, like I want work experience or I want a mentor. Sometimes just, can you give me a bit of advice, or, you know, just see my face, or just something. There's always something of value we can get from somebody. So just make the most of those opportunities and speak to the right people, and you never know, because there are so many stories that I've heard of people who have just met the right people and it has changed their universe. So another thing, it's quite a pessimistic one, and it's the fact that prepare for rejection, which is something I didn't really do. So at the end of the day, there are hundreds and maybe even thousands of people applying for roles you want. So you might even get to the interview stage and you might be thinking, oh my God, this job is perfect for me. They're going to see it and I'm going to get the job. You may not, and prepare for rejection, but don't be upset. Because I remember getting my first rejection and it really shaking me up. I was really shaken. And I remember I made a prayer and I was like, you know, Allah, please, if inevitably I will get rejected, rejection is a part of life. I said, if I get another rejection, please help me cope, help me brush it off my shoulders, and help me just get back up and, you know, go back and apply for more things. Let it not affect my self-esteem, let it not affect my motivation. And wallahi, I made that dua and I feel like it has stayed with me throughout, because I made that dua and then I got a rejection again and I was like, oh, no biggie. And I got another rejection and I was like, yeah, no big deal, something better will come. And I kept on getting rejections, and alhamdulillah, that's till this day, years later, the dua, whenever I get rejected from anything, I'm in a position now where I'm able to cope with rejection much better. So be prepared to be rejected and to fail, but don't be too upset about it, because it's fine. There is going to be something better that will come your way. So the last thing that is on my list is, inshallah, you got an interview. I'm very happy. You must be very elated, but don't get too gassed, because at the end of the day, getting an interview does not necessarily mean you've got the job. So at this point, you need to prepare, okay? Prepare for your interview. Make sure you've done extensive research. Even if they've just said to you, oh, you don't need to bring anything, you don't need to prepare anything. Sometimes they say that and they try to trip you up and you secretly have to prepare. You still need to learn about the company or the organisation. You need to know who works there. You need to know what your role involves. You need to know everything, so you can go in there and you can have a meaningful conversation. So make sure you do as much research as possible. Make sure you are punctual, you are on time. I remember when I was at university, there was like an internship that I applied for, and it was not far from an area that I was very familiar with. So I was like, I don't need to leave the house I'm gonna get there in good time. It was raining cats and dogs. I had no umbrella. Secondly, I got lost and so I arrived there about 10 minutes late. And so I arrived there without an umbrella. I just looked like a wreck. I knew my chances of getting that internship were like slim to nothing, because I just didn't seem like a candidate. Like, I wouldn't employ me. Like, not that it was an employment prospect, it was more of it was an internship. But I was like, I wouldn't give myself the internship because I was a hot mess. So you need to be prepared. You need to go there on time. So go there earlier. Even if you get there an hour early, that's fine. Go to a local coffee shop, go to a local park, have a sit down, review your notes, just calm down. Because it's nervous. Go in there, not all flustered. Get there as early as possible. Because as I said, first impressions, especially in an employment environment, is very important, because they're making a decision whether to employ you based on how you've behaved just there. So make sure you go there punctually on time. I wish you all, inshallah, I wish you the best of luck. I hope things go very well for university and for your job hunt, and yeah, I hope you benefited some way from my video. So thank you, bye.